Hey, how's it going guys? I want to make a very quick video on some of the very important sell signals that I got from the Magic DMARC 9 indicator. Also, even more importantly, I want to use this video as an opportunity to show you guys how exactly you can use this Magic indicator to navigate both the stock market and the crypto market. No matter if you're a short-term trader or a long-term investor, I will make sure you will learn something valuable from this video that you can apply to your own system and improve your returns. If you are new here and haven't got the Magic indicator yet, you can check out this video. In this video, I have explained what exactly this DMARC 9 Magic indicator is, how it works, and most importantly, how to get it for free. You should definitely check it out after you watch this video. I will leave the link in the comment section below. Alright, let's get started. Let's take a look at Nasdaq first, which is a pretty good index for our favorite high-growth tech stocks. This is the Nasdaq daily chart from December 2020 to July 2021. As we can see, over the past 6 months, we had 5 DMARC overbought signals. Every time when there was a DMARC overbought signal, Nasdaq either had a short-term correction or took a short-term break and formed a small base before the next leg up. Especially during the late February and early May, the DMARC overbought signal has successfully nailed both of the 11.8% and the 8.1% corrections. Those were the only 2 big corrections on the tech stocks this year so far, and the DMARC 9 indicator successfully helped us get out from both of those short-term tops. Then what about buy signals? A buy signal only shows up when the market is oversold. And over the past 6 months, compared to those 5 DMARC 9 overbought signals, we only had 1 oversold signal. But that signal perfectly nailed the short-term bottom in May, and that was a great buying the dip opportunity if you have this Magic indicator. Usually in the bull market, especially in a very strong uptrending market with really strong momentum like the one we're having right now, it is very common to have much more overbought signals than oversold signals for DMARC 9 because it indicates the buying pressure is way much higher than the selling pressure, which is exactly what we want to see in a strong bull market. So where are we right now? Right now, we're having a new DMARC sell signal after the Friday close. And not only on Nasdaq, also on S&P 500, we're having a new fresh DMARC sell signal as well. As we can see on the S&P 500 daily chart, it is actually in an even stronger uptrend than Nasdaq. Over the past 6 months, we had 4 overbought signals and literally 0 oversold signal. Among those 4 oversold signals, we only had 1 pullback that is more than 5%. That indicates the S&P 500 or the US stock market in general has been in an extremely strong uptrend this year. Usually a strong uptrend like this will have 1 or 2 pretty big corrections ahead. And right now, both of the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq are flashing out a DMARC 9 sell signal. This hasn't happened before since 2020. It does make the market look pretty risky at this point. So now the key question is, will the market crash anytime soon? Is it the time to sell and stay away from the market? To answer this question, we need to take a look at another extremely important index, which is the VIX, the volatility index. If you are new to the financial market, especially if you want to do short-term trading, you should always remember these 2 things. First, never ever make trade decisions based on only one technical indicator, no matter how good that indicator is. Second, no matter what indicators you use, VIX is always your best friend to combine with your other technical indicators and navigate the short-term market directions. This is the VIX daily chart since March 2020, the COVID crash. I like to combine the DMARC 9 indicator with this VIX index together to show me roughly around what days I should expect a market pullback or even bigger correction. Let me show you how it works. Over the past 12 months after the COVID crash, we had 4 DMARC oversold signals in total. Every single time when there was a DMARC oversold signal show up, it was always followed by a volatility spike, no exception. And whenever the VIX squeezed to the upside, that usually indicates the market is having a pullback. For example, in April 2020, S&P went down 7.9%. In June 2020, it went down 9.1%. In August, it was a crazy 11.7% correction, and most recently in May, the market went down 5.1% after the VIX spikes. So what does it tell us? It basically tells us that a DMARC 9 oversold signal is a very reliable leading indicator of those short-term volatility bottoms. This is huge, guys. Whenever we see a DMARC oversold signal showing up on VIX daily chart, that should automatically grab your attention because we should expect over the short term, the VIX will go much higher from here, and that means the S&P 500 will have some pullbacks ahead. And unfortunately right now, we're having a new DMARC oversold signals showing up after the Friday close. And it perfectly matched S&P 500 overbought signal on exact the same trading day. That is an extremely risky and dangerous combination because it is very uncommon when both of the VIX oversold signal and S&P overbought signal showing up after exact the same trading day. The last time it happened was back in November 2018, 3 years ago. And after those two signals show up together, the S&P 500 crashed more than 17%. For now, we cannot predict what exactly will cause the next market correction, but based on our magic indicator, we can anticipate a bigger and a sharper pullback could be around the corner. Especially if we look at the dollar index. Remember, the dollar is the king of all markets. When the dollar moves, everything moves. It doesn't matter fundamentals or technicals. As we can see in this daily chart, the dollar has been bouncing back up since the end of May. Although we haven't received any DMARC overbought or sold signal on the recent moves yet, the dollar has reached an extremely critical resistance level. This level, which is around 92.5, has been the strongest support and resistance level since August last year. We do not want to see the dollar breaks this level and continue going up, because a stronger dollar is never good for the risk assets like equities and cryptos. If the dollar breaks this critical resistance level and keeps going higher, that will create a lot of pressure on the stock market, which might trigger the next major correction that the DMARC 9 indicator has been anticipating for. So keep your eyes on the dollar, especially in July and August this 2 months. Oh, by the way, if you enjoy this type of videos and find it valuable, please do me a favor and turn on that notification bell so that you won't miss out any of my future videos. Otherwise, you might not be able to see my future videos because YouTube just recently changed their algorithm again. Alright, on the crypto side, Ethereum actually looks very interesting with our magic indicator. This is an Ethereum daily chart from December 2020 to July 2021. As we can see on this chart, the DMARC 9 overbought signals have successfully nailed most of the short-term tops. Especially the most recent 58% crash, the DMARC 9 overbought signal show up on the 6th of May and Ethereum start crashing on the 11th of May, 5 days later, which works perfectly as the leading sell signal. So where are we right now? Is this crash over yet? Since the crash back in May, we had two DMARC oversold signals on May 23rd and June 24th, and it perfectly formed this 2-month double bottom pattern. This is a very typical trend reversal pattern, and also one of the most reliable patterns a lot of institutional traders are watching. So a textbook double bottom trend reversal pattern plus both of the bottoms were confirmed by the DMARC buy signals. That indicates Ethereum most likely has bottomed and will have a much higher probability going up from here to retest the all-time high. I'm still very bullish on Ethereum as long as it stays above this key level to make sure this double bottom stays valid. Alright, before we go, I want to answer one of the most commonly asked questions from you guys about this magic DMARC 9 indicator. A lot of you guys have been asking me, does it only work on daily chart, or can I use it on other time frames? The answer is, of course. The DMARC 9 not only works perfectly on the daily chart, it works on all other time frames as well. For example, if you are a day trader, this is an Ethereum 3-minute chart. As we can see in this chart, the DMARC 9 indicator did a very good job to catch those tops and the bottoms. Also, if you're a macro investor and want to analyze per long-term macro trends, the DMARC 9 can also work on the long-term time frame like a monthly. For example, this is the monthly chart on the US 10-year treasuries, which is arguably the most important market for macro investors. They also call it the smart money market because unlike stocks or cryptos, the treasuries are exclusively traded by the institutional investors. As we can see in the chart, the 10-year yield has been in a clear downtrend since 1988. When the market is in a clear downtrend on a chart, we look for overbought signals because we never ever want to bet against the trend. The DMARC 9 works perfectly on this monthly chart. Over the past 30 years, the DMARC 9 overbought signal has showing up 5 times, and it has perfectly nailed the tops every single time with 100% success rate. And then right now, we're having a new overbought signal showing up this year in April. That indicates, regardless of the short-term ups and downs, over the long term, the treasury yield is going to have a lot of pressure to the downside and it will most likely go much lower from here, which matches my long-term macro thesis perfectly. The US government cannot afford a higher yield at this current macro environment, and they have to keep printing money and buying the treasuries to keep the yield artificially low. So back to the question, yes, the DMARC 9 indicator can definitely work on different time frames and different markets. Our job is to look for the best market with the best time frame, and our magic indicator can work at its best to catch the overbought tops and the oversold bottoms. Of course, if you have any questions on any markets, on any stocks or cryptos, or on this DMARC 9 magic indicator, you can always leave your question in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comment section below as well so that I can make more of this type of videos to help you guys. Alright, that will be the end of this video. If you are new to this channel, my name is Vic. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I will talk to you guys soon.